Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Pat, also known as PatTheGamer here, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You know, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, that game. We're going to be talking about that in this video today. This is going to be my full-on review of the game, as I've mentioned previously that I did mention some news about the game, and I wanted to make that video just to address it for some of you that actually, watch or play Call of Duty. I thought I'd mention, about the new Call of Duty game coming up, and I'm thinking of basically talking about it today, basically giving a full-on breakdown review of the game itself, from the campaign to the multiplayer to the spec ops. The things I'm about to mention could be persuade in your opinion. I'm just saying what I believe is right about the game. I'm not trying to hurt anybody that thinks the game is great. I don't think the game is bad. It's fairly decent. It's not amazing, it's not fantastic, but it is decent. If you guys do like these kind of gaming videos where I talk about random topics, maybe they're somewhat topics that are covered by a bunch of people, maybe they're topics that are covered somewhat within the gaming community, maybe it's topics I find that I want to talk about, which is mostly the case. I do tend to find topics that a lot of people don't talk about, and I'll end up talking about them. So if you do like that kind of stuff and you do like this video, smack a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel and you are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more uploads on this channel. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into this breakdown. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019. So basically, a name that could have been Modern Warfare 4 turned out to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I guess I could respect the name, especially since of the background that they gave towards it. So, Infinity Ward and Activision came up with this game, right? And basically their intentions were to bring back the community with some nostalgia, and even remake some scenarios that have happened within modern society, specifically within war. A lot of the events, especially within the campaign, have been processed through real life situations that have occurred within the past couple, I would say 2 decades. The campaign itself, I gotta say, like I was saying, there's scenarios that you can change within it, like if you choose that path or choose that path. It is really nicely put together in a way. Like, it tells a story and everything. I do want to say I have not really played the full campaign. I played some missions, but I haven't played a lot. I did see some of the ending of the campaign. I gotta say, it is really good. It is really a decent campaign. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It isn't like the best campaign ever, but it is a decent, solid campaign. It has nice boundaries. It has nice objectives to it. There's it gives you everything that you need to know on what to do next. Go that objective, that objective. There are obstacles that you have to face within the game, and you have to decide for yourself, which is great. Should I go in with a silencer, or should I go in with no silencer? A perfect example of this is the Kill House, the whole mission with that. Basically, that kind of describes what I'm talking about. And not to mention the graphics. The graphics overall for the game are really good. Like, in campaign, they are spectacular. The cinematics are very, very good. Like, they are unreal. But basically, overall, all I gotta say is the campaign is just beautiful. It is something that you can more likely play over again. I do want to say that you could definitely play this campaign over again. But however, the multiplayer is going to vary this. So, I know, like every other Call of Duty game, multiplayer is a big up and down. It has its ups and it has its downs. Basically, multiplayer is never perfect in Call of Duty. Okay, you're never going to have a perfect Call of Duty multiplayer. With Modern Warfare, the multiplayer itself, I gotta say, as it first released, during beta, a lot of negativity about the kill time and multiple other things. And the kill time is something I'm going to address multiple times within this video. The reason why I'm going to address the kill time is the fact that it is a big, big part of Call of Duty. The fact of how long it takes to kill somebody in this game is ridiculously quick. Okay? It is quick. And I think is a little too quick. As soon as you snap on somebody, that kill could vary. You could get that kill or you could not get that kill, and it doesn't make any sense. It all depends on who presses the trigger first. I gotta say, the multiplayer does give nice realism. It gives the whole feel of like realistic, like actual gun and shoot, but it is a little too realistic. And you could play realism, I swear to God, it will look like something in VR. Okay, you could literally play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it'll feel realism, and it'll feel like it's VR. It'll literally feel like it's real, actual real life. That's how really dead on they made this game. I do want to get into some of the aspects of how multiplayer is decent for the most part. So ladies and gentlemen, multiplayer and Modern Warfare, basically the map sizes. A lot of people can bitch and complain saying, hey, the maps are not that great, they're kind of I hate them. Personally, I don't mind them. It gives me that Call of Duty Ghost feel, and I know quite a lot of people hate that game. Personally, it was not a bad game, and it's because of the kill time. It was decent. There was nothing wrong with it. I could kill somebody and be alright. Footsteps I could hear. Okay? Perfect. It was good. This game is outside that, but the maps, I gotta say the maps are good. Okay? There's small maps, there's medium maps, and there's large maps. This game mode should not even exist. And it's sad because it's been a game mode that's been in Call of Duty games in the past. But unfortunately with this, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they should not have done this. Basically, going back to the whole maps, I have no issue with them. Some maps I could hate, some maps I could like. I like it. I like that feel to it. You gotta have something that you're gonna hate. But when the hatred becomes too much, that's when things get out of hand. But however, with the guns and the variants and the radicals, like how you pick them out is really interesting for the most part. To have that option to pick out multiple variants, like different multiple variants is what I should say. Because within this game mode, you can pick out anything you want, any goddamn thing you want. It's not just a couple variants, not just a couple, you know, it's everything. From every Call of Duty game that you can think of. Like, I should say it's from the guns and everything vary from Call of Duty 4 to Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. I think there might be one or two guns from Call of Duty Ghosts that are in there. I'm not entirely sure. I did see like one or two that were. And there's a lot of options to make your gun good or bad. And that isn't bad at all. To be able to choose what your gun looks like and what your gun is going to be like is a good option. I like that. I like to have that. I don't want to just be stuck to one specific thing. The game modes as well is another thing I want to mention. The game modes vary. Like, you can choose wherever you want. Okay? You don't have to back out. And let's say you're in domination. Play a domination game. You want to back out of it. No. Because in this game, they actually do something which is very interesting. Unfortunately, if you're in the lobby and you meet some people, you're not going to be able to see them ever again. But however, basically within this game, it does take a while to get into a game. I must say that. It's ridiculous how long it takes to get into a game on this game. But the fact is, when you get backed out of a game after a match, you get put into a new lobby. Okay, now let's say you select Domination Kill Confirm. Once you finish the Domination game and you basically get backed out, it could put you into a Kill Confirm game where you could select multiple game modes that you want to play, and you could play one then the other. It's nice to have mixed game modes, you know. Basically, those are some of the good things about this game. The one thing I was going to say is the casual feel. It has some of that, you know, the feel to the game. It definitely has that Call of Duty feel. It has a little bit of that play style to it, and I like that. But it does have a pretty few major problems. One of them is definitely the kill time. That's something I did mention. And to know where your enemy is the other hard thing too. But basically, whoever pulls the trigger first obviously kills somebody. You know, it's always been like that in Call of Duty games. It's always been like that in It's always been like that in first-person shooter games. But this game is so strange. You know, I'll go around the corner. I'll already have my aim up and everything like that. I'll be ready to shoot, and kids just somehow pop me off. And I'll look at the kill cams and be like, this guy didn't even know I was there. I already had my aim up and everything. I knew he was there. I shot him and somehow he killed me first. I don't know if it's a ping situation within the game or what. It doesn't make quite any sense. It's all about the aim accuracy and how quick you zoom in to shoot. And that's really kind of a struggle because it causes people to sweat. realistically, Call of Duty should be a casual first-person shooter. It's always been like that. You know, you get some people that are like sweaty that want to go off, and that's quite alright. But this game is just pure sweat and pure camp. And by camping, I mean because of how the reaction time is and how people react, it causes people to want to camp because they are unsure, especially with the sound. The sound is so terrible in this game. I can hear my footsteps, so I can't hear enemy footsteps 2 feet away from me. I can hear my freaking teammates' footsteps about a couple yards away. You can't hear enemy footsteps right in front of me. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Shooting with no regards. You're aimlessly aiming at absolutely nothing because you think something is there, but nobody's there. And I see my own teammates do this half time. They'll think there's an enemy right behind them and they'll shoot, but it's your own teammate that's right behind you, who's sitting here probably like with 5 kills, and the game's only been 20 minutes. So that's one thing I want to talk about. The amount of time it takes for these games is ridiculous, and the fact that I'll walk out of lobbies with like maybe 12 kills, maybe less than that, depending on how long I've been in the game. I'll walk out of a team deathmatch, it'll be like 10 minutes long. I'm like, what the hell? And I got like maybe 6 kills out of that game, and that's pretty bad, especially, you know, if you're popping that double XP and you're sitting there and it's like, what the hell? But basically, that's the one thing that really bugs me a lot, is just how long these games take is incredibly just BS. And it causes people to just want to, you know, leave and not even bother playing the game, you know? Why would I want to sit in the lobby trying to aimlessly find somebody, you know, barely can hear the footsteps, and it's like, you know, it comes out of nowhere, just KOs me from behind, and it's because I can't hear you coming from behind because your footsteps are too quiet. Basically, with all that said, that's really the whole, you know, downside of multiplayer, along with the good side of multiplayer. You know, there's downside and there's good side, which is a good thing. You know, I can definitely have fun in multiplayer, especially if I'm with other people. I notice even when I play with other people, I tend to have a little more fun and goof off, you know? There's that really nice creative boundary with this game that I really, truly like. It has brought back a lot of YouTubers that have gone like missing. Like, for instance, Minnesota Burns, also known as Burnsy, he actually returned back for literally just playing this game. He was playing Fortnite a while back ago, but he came back and started playing some Modern Warfare, and I guess he's been enjoying the game. He's been trolling people and stuff, and that's the one thing. I noticed this game has introduced a lot of trolling. It's been introducing a lot of funny moments, and it's been introducing some ninja defusing and some other stuff that older Call of Duty games have introduced a long time ago, and that kind of content has succeeded, and it looks like that's happening again. For instance, there was a myth busting channel that I watched. This guy started doing myth busts, and they literally took off quickly. This guy went from literally 3,000 subscribers to about 80,000, and literally he's just growing. Content like this in 2019 to exist is quite interesting, because a lot of the content that I've seen is really kind of, in other words, 2013 style content that a lot of people don't really care to watch nowadays, but it seems like a lot of people are actually enjoying that with this game, and it's quite interesting. You know, I've done some trolling on my channel, and it's done fairly well for the most part. People have actually enjoyed it and subscribed to my channel because of it. Spec Ops is something that makes me not want to even bother playing the game. As you guys know, they did say there was going to be a Spec Ops in the game, and of course there is. They introduced it about a couple weeks before the game released, and unfortunately, a lot of the people did not like the Spec Ops. Literally a day in, and people were already saying the Spec Ops is trash, it's not good, it's really like sweat. The AI is just complete sweat, and they're not lying. I tried playing Spec Ops, and literally here's some gameplay of it. I couldn't even last 2 minutes, and it was so goddamn ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I don't know how you mess up Spec Ops this badly, but they, Infinity Ward managed to do it. Literally, the game mode they created, they managed to literally screw it up. However, I will say the operations are pretty interesting. I've seen some gameplay of it and funny moments of it, and a lot of people seem to enjoy that, especially with other people. It's a bit sweaty, but at the same time, it's pretty fun from the look of it. But when it comes to playing by yourself, there is no option for it. And this was really, it eliminates the whole casual feel to like Spec Ops, because Spec Ops in this game is pretty sweat. I don't know why, because the AI are everywhere, especially when you play Safeguard. Basically, that map, you cannot even be on your own. I swear to God, I have not seen a single person beat on their own. When you do beat it, that's it. That is literally it. And this is the Spec Ops. There's only one Spec Ops map to play on this entire game, and it is so unbeatable to play. They honestly should just threw in survival. I don't know why they didn't just keep survival in. For some odd reason, they said no, we're not going to do it, and they decided to throw this jackass shit in. I'm not gonna lie, the operations are not bad, but I just wish I could play them solo. Okay, I want to, play maybe by myself. I don't really want to play with people all the time. So why can't I just play Spec Ops by myself? Well, I mean, yeah, I can, but at the same time, I'm getting my ass pwned because the game's gonna act like there's 4 players in the game when there's not 4 players in the game. It's all because I can only start a private match or a public match for Spec Ops. There's no solo. There's no solo play in Spec Ops. Because there's no solo play, there's no variation of the bots or AI. How, if they're variant or if they're regular. And it's depressing, to be honest, to play it. I wouldn't even bother hopping on just to play Spec Ops. I would rather hop on Fortnite instead. It's good that it's only 1% of the game, because it is indeed. I've seen there was a race update recently about Modern Warfare getting some DLC, and a lot of it is multiplayer. Some of it is some other things, but it's mostly all multiplayer. So that $100 that you pay for Call of Duty, you don't even have to worry about that anymore with this game. No season pass, so everything's completely free for everybody, and there's no like, oh, PS4 players get it, or Xbox players get it first. No, everybody gets it at the same time. Which, by the way, that DLC is coming up on December 3rd. Basically, that is the entire breakdown. I thought I would do this video. I want to do this for a while now. I just want to give it more time and to sink it all in and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Comment down below, let me know, and smash a like on the video. If you guys are new to the channel, you do like gaming news kind of videos like this, or even just game commentaries in general, subscribe, hit notification bell for more uploads on this channel. So, anyways guys, this has been Pat, also known as PatTheGamer, and I'll see you all at the next one.